right, some hockey news and more. Myra's here with that.
We'll head to Vegas and California. Not exactly two destinations that would make a person frown, but mention those two spots, the Victoria Salmon Kings today, and you will find a bitter bunch. The Kings were burned on the recent road trip, dropping 3 games to the Wranglers and an overtime decision to the Ontario Reign. Now they have a chance to get even with Vegas starting tomorrow as the Kings host the Wranglers for a 3-game set. Mark Morrison, a man of few words on the ice today. Besides the media, the only person Mo was chatting up was his coaching staff. Steve Lingren and Ryan Wade ran practice as the head coach watched on from the wings. Well, frustrations run deep. The Kings have the worst record in the league and have 4 wins in their past 10 games. The real kicker is that 5 of the losses in the past 10 have been decided by a single goal. Now, the Kings could have and should have come home with at least 6 points on their recent road trip. Too much talent, too little excuses. Here's Coach Morrison.
We have a skill level here that's much better than its record. And I think there's 7 or 8 games now that we've lost by a goal. So it's a real fine line there to being a real successful hockey team.
Well, by not saying anything, is that basically kind of sending a message to these guys that you're done talking and now it's time to start performing?
Well, a little bit, if that's the way, you know. I mean, you're all standing around me here today trying to figure it out as well. So if it gets them thinking a little bit, then that's great. You know, I've got some thoughts of my own about some of the guys, and so not saying too much right now. We're just waiting to see how they respond.
Well, maybe a little fresh blood in the lineup will change the Kings' fortunes. Recognize this face? Gritty forward Brady Leavold is back to shake things up a bit. Now, here's a guy who isn't afraid to go hard to the net, can contribute on the power play. He'll also mix it up with the other team to change momentum if needed. Now, Brady will be in the lineup tomorrow, and tomorrow on A News at 5, Brady tells us all about his roller coaster year, his 2 bouts with H1N1, why he left his team in Holland after only 2 games, and why he is excited to be back with the Salmon Kings. The Victoria Grizzlies scored perhaps their biggest win of the season last night, beating the Coastal Conference leading Alberni Valley Bulldogs on their home rink. Today the Grizz were back on ice at Bear Mountain Arena, loving life as one of the BCHL's hottest teams. It's nice to head out on the road with a spring in your step, and Victor Gervais' boys have a lot of mileage to cover this weekend. They're in Burnaby Friday, Powell River Saturday, and then back home Sunday to face Langley.
Last night our goalie was outstanding, and we played the kind of hockey that we preach in practice all the time, hard work, and they played really well. You know, I think we've played well in the last 10 games. This week is crucial. You know, we're playing against 3 teams that are good hockey teams, and we got to play our best hockey to win.